If there was one thing that was going to screw you over and stop you from being successful, could it be this word? Average. Somewhere between the worst and the best. I'm averagely healthy, I'm averagely wealthy, I've got an average relationship, my life is average. It's somewhere between the worst and the best. Now the challenge there, of course, is that you're comfortable, very unlikely to make change. It's one of the biggest reasons why people don't make change, because what if I fail? I'm comfortable now, I'm okay now, what if I fail and end up worst? Well, the interesting thing about worst is that's where most people make their biggest changes. Most people, as an exercise professional, personal results coach and a gym manager around the world, people didn't come to the gym when they were comfortable or they were doing okay or they hoped they wouldn't get too fat. People come to the gym when they're at rock bottom. I can't keep going on like this. I saw myself in a photo or a video and I'm disgusting. I need to make a change. I'm at my worst. A lot of people become very wealthy because they hit rock bottom financially. They have to make a change because they haven't got any money. So, and here's a great thing to consider. Could rock bottom be the foundation? Because when you build houses, you need a really good, strong foundation. Could a rock foundation, a rock bottom, be the reason why people can grow? Because they get to the worst place in their life, so they have to make a change. So if you're living in the average, that puts you in a really awkward position, doesn't it? Because you probably won't make a change. I'm not too fat, but I'm not in great shape. I don't hate my job every day, but I don't love it. I'm not broke, but I never have enough money to go and do the things that I want to do. My relationships are okay. You know, we get on okay. Is that a way to live? And of course, you can live however you want to. But the reason I'm asking is I don't want our kids to think that that's normal. And if our kids are surrounded by average health, average job, average money, average relationships, they of course will think that that's how they have to live their life. And again, I'm not a parent, so I'm very, very careful with this, but I would imagine that if you have produced a child or many children, that you will want them to have a great life. You don't want them to be unhealthy, have a lousy, stinking, rotten job, be broke, and have horrible relationships, of course. But do you really want them to be just okay? You know, sometimes they're sick, sometimes they hate their job, sometimes they're broke, sometimes they have a fight with their partner. People live like that, I get it. Now, the other interesting thing is if you are surrounded by average people, again, the neuroscientists, psychologists and psychiatrists will suggest that that's how you're going to live your life, which is why I'm scared for our kids, because we do what other people do. It seems that because we want acceptance from other people, we live our life like that. But is it possible that an average person doesn't want you to be successful? They're the ones that say, you can't do it, it won't work, it's not possible, because they're too scared to give it a crack, or they're comfortable in the average, or they just don't know because they've never been out of the average. So, oh, you can't be wealthy because I'm not, or you can't have a career or business that you love because I don't have one. You can't be in great physical condition, be healthy, fit and strong because I'm not. That's all they know. Is it possible that the people that you surround yourself, if they are average, you'll be that too? If you invest time, if you are surrounded by people who are healthiest, fittest, strongest, love their career or business, they're financially free or on track to being financially free, and they're in great relationships, isn't it more likely that you will live like that too, because you're surrounded with that kind of environment, that kind of information, that kind of passion and enthusiasm? So some things to consider. If you love your life, awesome. That's exactly all. That's all I've ever wanted for everybody. And, you know, people say to me, Ro, what do you care about other people? This is very selfish. I love going out into the world, but I'm going out into the world less and less because people are grumpy and miserable and unhealthy, and they're gossiping and they're criticizing and they're nasty and they're unfriendly and they're disrespectful. I didn't think that would happen when I'm an old lady. I thought the world would be a better place. But it isn't getting better, is it? It's getting worse. So my driving force every day is, what if the world was healthy, fit and strong, did have a career or business everyone had a career or business that they love, or they were making money doing what they're passionate about? What if everybody didn't struggle for money? They could do all the things they wanted to do. And what if everybody had only beautiful people in their inner circle? Would the world be a better place, a happier place, more fun to go out into? Now, the beautiful thing there, and I'll just use this as a very specific side note, the reason I don't need to go out into the world, I don't need people in my life, is I am healthy, fit and strong, so I've got a strong brain. I don't get lonely. I've always had a career or business that I love, and I can do that from home now because that's my choice. Look where I live, it's absolutely beautiful. I've chosen to live like this because this is definitely not average. The way I live is definitely not the way other people live. It's completely unique and different to everybody else. I didn't want to be, I never ever I remember my family arguing about money. And I just, from 13 years of age, I said, I'm going to become financially free so I don't have that hassle in my life. And I'm going to use this as a very special example. If you can't breathe, the only thing you're thinking about is air and oxygen and how can I breathe, because you think you're going to die. Isn't it possible that that's how most people live? Even average people. I'd like to take my kids on holidays. I'd like to have a new car. I'd like to buy a new something for my home. But I can't afford it because I only have an average wage. The beautiful thing about being financially free, it's not that complicated, but it also brings you freedom. You can live however you want to. I'm going to use another very special side note. When you stop thinking about what other people think of you, when you stop caring what other people think of you, you actually start living life the way you want to live. So I have Cayman and I live in, where we live is very unique. I had a visitor yesterday who just said to me, I've never seen a house like this ever in my life. I'm an old person. This is just so unique and different. I don't want to live like everybody else, so we've chosen to live exactly the way that suits us. Don't you want to live like that too? Not in an average house, in an average neighbourhood with an average car, because that's somewhere between the best and the worst. What's the best for you? What kind of car do you want to have, or how do you want to travel? What kind of house do you want to live in? And surely it's not average, because average will put you the same as everybody else. Don't you want to be unique and different? The way you dress, this is a really interesting one. The average person will follow the fashion. Average, average, average. What's in fashion at the moment? They go to the shop, they buy those clothes. I don't go shopping in a shop because nothing suits me, because I'm unique and different. I have to create my own wardrobe, my own style and fashion, which I do because I don't want to be average. I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to live my life my way. How about you? And relationships, I don't know why people put up with bad relationships. I can never understand that. But average, I don't understand either. And I'm coming from a very personal place. I've had three, what do you call them? Serious relationships in my life. I've been married twice and engaged once. And my mother often gave me a hard time about that. She said, what's with these 2 marriages and engagements? And my answer to her was this: isn't it nice that the men in my life have wanted to marry me, not just sleep with me? And I share that with you because I've never wanted an average relationship. I've never wanted to just have a one-night stand or be with somebody who doesn't genuinely love and care for me, respect me, look after me, and I want to do the same for them. I've never wanted an average relationship, which is why and the relationship I have with Cayman, my gorgeous husband, he's the ultimate male. And I share that with passion and enthusiasm because as a little girl, my father said to me, when you get married or when you find your perfect partner, they have to be really funny and really intelligent. And that's Cayman. He's the funniest man I know, and he's the most intelligent man I've ever met. And we have so much fun every day. We've been married for 30 years. We hold hands, we laugh every day, we just have a great life together. It's not average is what I'm trying to share with you. We do not have an average life. And if you want to live average, and some people do, I think, because they don't make any changes, or is it because they're too scared to make a change, or they're too scared of what other people think, or they're too scared that their family won't accept them? Well, again, I'm going to use that as an example. My family definitely didn't accept my lifestyle. I didn't have the right religion. I didn't dress the way they wanted me to dress. I didn't do the things they wanted me to do. But I needed to live my life my way. And I'm going to give you something, this is very harsh. But if you are controlled by other people are going to die. You and I are going to die. That's the given. Life is a terminal illness where none of us get out alive. But the people that you're scared of what they think, and you're scared of how they're going to treat you, and you're scared that they won't like you or respect you, they won't always be here. But you, if you're still alive, you are here. And how are you going to live your life? Is it going to be average, or is it going to be awesome? Really interesting quote, and a word that I really don't like. I hate the word extraordinary because ordinary and average are about the same. But a lot of people say I want to be extraordinary. To me, extraordinary means I'm ordinary but extraordinary. But if you look at it the way that most people think, or what extraordinary means, ordinary, to be different, you have to do something extra. You have to go the extra mile. You have to do things that other people are not prepared to do. So if you want to live your life to the max and you don't want to be average and you don't want to be ordinary, go the extra mile, do the things that other people aren't prepared to do, because you then can live your life to the max. Check out my mountain and my snow. It's absolutely beautiful. Definitely not average. Woohoo!